Hi there, YouTube. This is the Magnus, bringing you another Total War Warhammer online ladder battle. Today my opponent chose the Warriors of Chaos, and I decided to bring the Vampire Counts because I haven't played them in a while, and I was kind of curious what was working and what wasn't. So I went with I want to say a Death Star-ish build. I've got two Skeleton Spearmen, I've got two Karn Wraiths, I have the Koenig Stalkers in the middle, and then as a second line I have two of the Graveguard with great weapons. I have the Sternsman, a Crypt Horror, and I also have two White Kings, a Necromancer on the Lodestone or Corpse Cart, I believe it's called, the Claw of Nagash, and Vlad Pappy von Karstein. My opponent brought a front line that includes two Chaos Warriors, and it looks like two Chaos Warriors with great weapons. He of course has his three Aspiring Champions, and on the flanks he brought Forsaken, which is a good place for them because of their speed. He has one Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. He has a Chaos Lord on a Dragon, the Sorcerer of Fire. It looks like he has both the buffs and a Chaos Feral Manticore. So let's see how this goes. He's going to feint a little bit with his infantry, but he's not, with his flying units, but he's not going to do anything with that right away. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward and get to the actual fight. Now, I'm trying very carefully to protect my key units, including the Mortis Engine. I've had a couple of matches that didn't go well, or I even lost in the recent so many days, where my Mortis Engine just gets spiked right out the gate, and it's a terrible thing. So I'm going to go ahead and assign everybody to go forward, and then since he's splitting out as Forsaken, I'm going to send the Graveguard with great weapons to deal with him. Probably not the best choice, but they're what I had out on the flank. I'm also going to try to keep my Corpse Cart and my Claw of Nagash in the center. So the lines clash, and then I start to bring these Graveguard out. Like I said, these Skeleton Spearmen, I have no idea why they didn't charge. They were told to. And he's going to bring his flying squad right down on the Claw of Nagash. And at this point, I don't have a choice. I think I have to rescue this darn thing. So I just send the house. So you're going to see a lot of my guys trying to break away from their fights and get into the middle here and chase off the flying squad, doing considerable damage to the Chaos Lord. He's got every buff plus his potion going on, so I think my opponent very clearly here believes that taking down this Claw of Nagash is extremely important as well. You're going to see some of my anti-large units finally make it in here. He's going to withdraw his Chaos Lord, so I'm going to start to focus for a little bit on the Manticore if I can't keep him on the ground. And then I turn around here in a bit and I'm going to go after the Sorcerer. Now in the meantime, the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is just ripping through my infantry, but I'm just trying desperately to beat everything off the Claw of Nagash. I'm going to put down an upgraded Invocation of Nahek, since I'm all balled up now, as you can see, and we're just fighting it out here. Now I still have these Graveguard Great Weapon. We're stuck on these Chaos Warriors with Great Weapons. I bring them in. He's going to dive in with his flying and take care of them. That's good. He's got some Forsaken he lost track of, so I'm not the only one that lost track of units here. And right now I'm trying to spike down the Sorcerer of Fire because his buffs are just so darn good, especially the one that gives fire damage to everybody. The Sword of Flaming Ruin is very, very ruinous to the Vampire Counts. So you can see I've got him down to where he's starting to flee. He's going to attempt to get out of here. He's going to take quite a beating on his way out, but he's not dead. So now I'm going to focus on the Shaggoth because he's driving me crazy over here. He's up to 74 kills, quite effective. And what I like that I'm seeing is he's kind of blobbed up here because his guys were late pulling in, which means a lot of these guys are not fighting right now, or they're fighting very little, just a couple of models. Beating on my Crypt Horrors, unfortunately, but not a bad situation. If we look back here in the center, a lot of his infantry, or at least some of his infantry, started to flee, and now we're going to try to take another shot at the Chaos Lord, but with the standard die and the Cascading Fire Cloak, he's going to be a real nightmare to try to bring down. and he's, as you can see, he's not taking a whole lot of damage. 3 at a clip from the mortis engine's about the only thing that's getting through to him. He has some infantry returning and some more going out. And you can see the balance bar shifting in my favor. Now I know I absolutely have to get rid of this Shaggoth if I want to win. The Chaos Lord is very important. But if we compare the kill count, the Chaos Lord's at 29. The Shaggoth, 89. He's got to go. Very tough. I was surprised how much it was going to take to spike down this guy. I would say that the buff they received to their armor definitely has been a help for the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. But the rest of his infantry is either running or sorely beaten up. So really it's just the Shaggoth who's beat up at this point and his Lord who are left as a considerable threat. Whereas my White Kings, Vlad von Karstein, this guy never gets hurt. He just hangs in there. He doesn't even care. It's a non-issue for him. And that's going to bring about an end to chaos. So first off, good game to my opponent. Ares mentioned that he had just discovered my channel today. Hopefully this match doesn't change the fact that he said he likes my channel and intends to keep watching. I think he played quite well. Going after the Mortis engine was clearly a good strategy. I was just able to react to that happening very quickly. As you can see, since he had quite a small army, the kill count isn't going to be huge, but the Grave Guard with great weapons got a lot of kills, and the Sternsman did pretty well. What really shocked me is that the Koenig Stalkers and the Karn Race, he chewed right through them, and I'm going to guess that the Aspiring Champions had a lot to do with it. But the hardest part of dealing with this, with a vampire build of this sort, is these 4 guys right here, especially these 3, the White Kings and Vlad von Karstein, with him being one of the hardest to kill people in the game. If you have his abilities and things set up right, he is a mess to deal with. Let's see how my opponent's army did. The Aspiring Champions, I think you got to give them credit for ripping through the Karn Race more than likely. This Chaos Warrior with great weapon absolutely annihilated. Forsaken were decent. Chaos Warriors were decent. The Shaggoth, double ranked up and killed a lot of dudes. I think my getting a hold of his Fire Sorcerer earlier than he would have liked probably turned this battle in my favor, because looking at things, this is all I really had left with these 3 guys and this, so all of my fodder and my ethereal was down pretty quickly. So a very good match. It would seem from this that a Death Star type build can still be viable. It's a lot of healing to deal with. They're just regenning so quickly and models coming back. You'll notice the amount of kills that he had. It's just unbelievable, the losses that the vampires took. I mean, down to 110 guys. So again, good game. If you enjoyed the battle, if you learned something, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and until the next time, this is the Magnus, and I'll see you on the ladder.